Hey guys, I'm here with a new video, the one where we will be giving away 3 Corsair costume coupon codes. Wow, that's a mouthful. That Pearl Abyss provided me with, and then some general tips on how to ace this seasonal pass. Thank you PA for providing these codes, really appreciate it. Let's start off with coupon codes. If you want to win one, post a comment on this here video. Make sure you have some contact info in there, like a disposable email or a Discord tag, so I can send you the code on Thursday, as the codes need to be entered before Friday. I'll also announce the winners on Thursday's video as well. I will draw them randomly and 3 lucky people get to snort some delicious crunch. I mean, they will have a nice outfit for their Corsair. If I randomly hit a comment that does not have contact info, I will assume you do not want one of these and I'll re-roll the outcome, so be sure to include it or you're going to be missing out on being able to win one. Alright, now onto the video itself. I got a couple of tips to maybe make life a little bit easier for you on the seasonal server. I finished the season pass on Sunday. I know, I slacked through it. Some people were already done with it on day 2. Do you guys know what sleep is? No? Okay then. I would advise you to just pace yourself. You do not need to finish it in 2 days. You got 90 days to finish season, and there's gonna be some quests added down the road to make it even more pleasant, or should we say a little bit easier even more. Well, at least that's how it worked on PC, and from experience many people jump ship, no pun intended, once they can early graduate. If you're new to the game or just enjoy seasonal, stick to the season server, as it has a 250% experience buff, and you can turn in time-filled stones for rewards that you wouldn't otherwise get on a normal server. Use them for some easy stacks, or just use a backup set of Tuvala gear to build some stacks. Just remember, you only get to keep the highest set of Tuvala gear when the season ends, so there is really no point in trying to enhance multiple sets to pen for equipping your alts. You're only going to take your highest set with you of this server. Always be careful that you leave some ore left to repair. Had a couple of buddies go on season enhance sprees only for them to realize they had 0 ore left and 0 durability. Luckily, you can use memory fragments to repair and artisans, but that shit is expensive, so always keep some ore around. And if you can get a second set of Tuvala gear with beginner blackstones, I would advise you to do that. It is quite handy for either making fail stacks or just enhancing on your backup set. Now, I don't know what everybody else did with their crystal setups for seasons, but I for one didn't shell out $1 billion for a good set. Maybe 50 mil tops in crystals. I just made sure I had 5 speed, 5 crit. You can use food to crit to boost that crit, and your main hand provides you with 3 speed, so it shouldn't be too hard to hit 5-5. Though the one thing we always lack on new characters is weight, so I use a cheap set of 4 Curvish crystals for that 150 plus weight. Outside of seasons or an out. Now, if this is outside of seasons or an alt, I don't see a reason to use these, but my character now got about 1000 weight, and that is usually enough to have decent time looting. If you have something around 750, 800, can be quite a pain to bring everything along and loot, but around 1000 it's playable. And I get a couple of knockdown resist crystals as well for your boots and whatever else you want in the other slots to make it some smooth sailing on land. I use +3 resource recovery for the chest because I knew a new class is usually a pain in the cheeks for resource management, so yeah. Those +3 times 2 helps quite a lot. Now, you'll likely all have a favorite place to grind at and just do everything there. But on seasons, there are these skill 250 and kill 500 mobs, so 750 at each location for a season reward. This can be as small as 20 time-filled stones or up to 50 ore, or some accessories even. If you want to have an easier time upgrading your gear, go to each location that you know that has these rewards and grind 750 mobs there for the reward, then move on. As for the season pass, 1500 and 5000 kill quest. 1500 isn't so bad, can easily be done at different locations, but 5000 mobs is a lot of mobs. Everybody would say Polyforest sounds like a really good spot, except everybody else and their grandmother will be there. So I did mine at Fogans. I know it's a little bit out there in the desert, but there was like nobody there, so it was also easy to nab the rewards while I was. And 5000 mobs, it just flew past me. As for enhancing or when you need to finish the season pass, you do not need full pen Tuvala gear. If you're a new player, you can finish the season pass, everything with tri gear. Pride to Duo doesn't use fail stacks. You can just tap it till it goes, and then you just use those 100% surefire way of making try successes. Then switch over to do the same on a backup set while you finish the season. If you get lucky on a TED, replace your main gear with that TED, and then if you want to, you can try to pen that, but I would advise you to not drop below try gear. Do this until you hit full pen, if you, like I said, want to do that. Enhancing, even on season servers, like I said previously, for new people can be a daunting task, but it is far cheaper to do it here and learn from this experience than trying to enhance boss gear as a new player. And while Tuvala gear, when season ends, is only good temporary, as you will eventually need to replace it with boss gear, can be a really good learning experience, and the power it provides at pen is just as good as what you would get if you started playing at Black Desert Lounge on its first year. Full pen Tuvala is about 550 gear score, which took me 6 months at launch to get, and I use all my PC knowledge to get it. You can basically do this in a few weeks without any knowledge on the seasonal server. Many people I knew at launch burned out well before they got to the 550 point. Most even burned out before the 520 point. So being able to easily get to 550 is really nice. I haven't counted out my gear score right now on seasons, but I'm only missing an earring, I'm missing a belt at pen, and I'm missing all of my armor, of course. So still probably like, say, 20 points for the armor and 4 points for the accessories. So I'm 24, let's say 25 points away from 550, and I've only been playing season for 5 days. Now, pen should be easily achievable if you stick around for 90 days. So, just think about that. If you want to get your foot into the BDO door, Seasons is really the best way to start your Black Desert adventures. And if you need a few leveling guides to get you underway, links will be in the description below. I don't know.